Welcome back, knife lovers. This old sword is with you. I've got a new knife that came in, newly released from the CMB company. And this is one that's new for me, a new company for me. I don't believe I have reviewed any CMB knives before. Figure I'd show you that for 50 bucks it does come in a nice lined pouch, kind of a rug in there, and also a ample sized cleaning cloth. I won't take it out, but I usually get these little slips of a cloth. It looks like they gave us quite a bit here, and that was it, you know, plastic bag and that. So very nice that for the money you get a very, very nice setup. There's the label for you. And here we have the Lurker. It's been lurking around my table. It is a gray micarta, very nicely done. Not a deep carry clip, about an inch sticking out of the pocket there. Lanyard hole built into the spacer. That's pretty much just the pommel. And here we have the blade. Really nice clip point with hole opening and flipper tab opening, and boy is it smooth on bearings. Drops shut right out of the box and doesn't hang up much on the detent there starting off when you close it. So just a really nice action. I would say it's right in there with, like, for the money, Petrified Fish, Kubi, Bestech, all those $50 price range knives. Fairly thick, and a little bit of jimping here that's, I'd say, aggressive enough. Very short run. The handle sets you back a bit. You can't really get up there. That's the problem. And, well, not really a problem. Depends upon the user. And you could sort of sneak your finger up there, although you're going to run into the termination of the blade. So there is a sharpening choil. This model, and there's several variants of this model has a really nice satin finish. It is D2. But the flat is blackened on this, and there are some other variations. So let me see if I can pull those up for you and show you really quick from the CMB website. So here are some of the CMB knives in the Lurker series. And you notice the MSRP is anywhere between $57 and $59 on these. The White Mountain knife cost is more around $50 even, with a little change. So you can pull those up. I'll show you the link on White Mountain. And here is the Zetsu, which is a higher end in M390. That's kind of a neat one by, I think, Tiguas is the designer. Anyway, you can check them all out, White Mountain or your site of preference. Let's do some quick specs and then we'll do some comparisons. Overall, we have an 8 1/4 inch knife. We have a 3.5 inch blade. We have a 3.65 inch cutting edge. Handle, 0.61 inches, a little on the wide side, and 0.15 on the blade stock, translating to millimeters is 4 millimeters, should be 4 millimeters. Yeah, 3.8, let's try that again. 3.8 we're going to call it. I think that's the direct equivalent anyway for the 0.15. Let's get you a weight. And the weight is 4.3, we'll call it 4.37 ounces. And it is weight relieved. See if we can shine a light in there for you. If I don't flip it and cut myself. There you go. So it is skeletonized on both sides to reduce the weight a little bit. Nice clip point, as I said. Good thick blade stock. Fairly high, maybe 2/3 up grind. Flat grind. Comes through with a pretty nice edge. And pretty piercy with a good amount of meat left all the way out to the point. See if we can get that in focus and show you again. Come on. Needs some contrast. There you go. So they blacken it on the top on this model. They blacken the flat and pretty much the tab and everything else. Now, can you finger flick it? Absolutely. Can you thumb flick it? Let's see. I can roll it out. Yeah. Got to be careful you don't follow onto the edge there if you thumb flick it. I think as far as using the hole goes, I'd prefer to middle finger flick it from the other side. Works pretty well. As I say, it pushes me back a bit on the handle. I got a little left over. It's certainly an ample handle. And fairly neutral, very straight, with just that that angled back to it. Black screws all the way around. Looks like we're going to call that T8 hardware. Doesn't look like a T6. I should probably start keeping a wrench around at the table here so I can show you that. Comparisons, right? Got to have comparisons. Here's a petrified fish with a somewhat similar, more worn cliffy maybe, blade shape. This is the PF929, also in D2. Little shorter, no, about the same length. Taller blade for sure. And then we've got a comparison here with the Griptilian. Right in the same ballpark. And there is the Rat 1 from Ontario. Petrified fish, by the way, 35 bucks. So I'd say you're getting an equivalent knife, just as smooth. D2 also. Similar handle material. Well, they're always going to charge you more for micarta, and this is G10. So a little bit of the price, sometimes like about 10 bucks or so, 5 to 10 bucks we see being charged for micarta. So that bumps it up just a little bit. And you can see here that the Rat 1 is a longer knife overall by about an inch. Rat 1's always the somewhat large knife comparison. Another look around. That is a nice gray micarta. Screws are recessed. There's 2 on that side, 2 on this side, including the one that probably runs a little deeper and anchors the scale as well as holds the clip on the right side. It is not transferable to the left side of the knife. You lefties. And I'm not sure, nope, petrified fish wasn't either. They're both right hand tip up carry. But good ergos. Nice blade shape. Good utility use. Got that point available. A little bit of a kind of a gradual belly, the belly forward. Got a nice flat there. There's your CMB logo. And I'll read you something real quick from the CMB website. So what they say about themselves, back up a little, about us. So there's a little bit about them. You can freeze frame that. I'll read you a little bit of it. They were established in 2010. And this is, by the way, an internal design, the Lurker by CMB. Committed to providing knife OEM manufacturing services for the past 10 years. So they may very well be building some of these other knives. Never know. They might be building petrified fish. Who knows? Through the highest production standards and technical quality control, the company has not only won market value and high quality products, but also gained clients' recognition based on the sufficient technologies and CMB's team's rich, innovative design experience. In 2020, they launched the brand CMB Knives. So they were OEM from 2010, and in 2020, they launched their own brand. So that is a little bit of the high-level overview for the company CMB Knives. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. I'll leave links for purchasing at the end in the notes. And we'll see you again real soon with another knife or knives.